What happened to the all-star athlete at your school? Miguel had never lost a wrestling match in 3 years, and then he vanished the morning of state finals. When his dad burst into our hotel room at 6 in the morning, his face was white, and he kept saying there was blood all over their bathroom sink. Miguel's phone was still charging on the nightstand, and his wrestling shoes sat perfectly lined up by the door, like he always left them. I actually saw Miguel the night before in the hotel stairwell, and his hands were trembling so bad he couldn't hold his water bottle steady. He looked at me and asked, "What if winning is what kills you?" And I just laughed because I thought he meant the pressure. Senior year, Miguel was destroying everyone, but something was wrong. He pinned the defending state champion in 8 seconds, and when the ref raised his hand, Miguel just stared through everyone like we weren't even there. His body was changing in ways that didn't make sense because he dropped 20 pounds, but was throwing kids around like they weighed nothing. The week before finals, I walked behind the gym and found him on his knees coughing up blood into the dirt. And when I tried to help, he grabbed my arm so hard it left bruises and begged me not to tell anyone. His dad was always there with college scouts, showing them videos while Miguel sat in corners with his head between his knees, and I started noticing he never ate anything anymore, just drank water and stared at nothing. Saturday morning at weigh-ins, everything fell apart. They called Miguel's weight class and our coach's face went from confused to terrified when Miguel wasn't there. His dad came running in screaming that Miguel left at 4 in the morning for a run, but there was blood on the bathroom mirror and his gear was still in the room. The referee called Miguel's name 3 times, and each time the gym got quieter until you could hear people breathing. When they disqualified him, his dad exploded and started threatening to end whoever hurt his son. Our whole team scattered looking for Miguel, and everyone had different stories because the gas station clerk swore he saw him heading south, but another kid said Miguel was running north toward the interstate. Parents started calling 911, and coaches were checking hospitals while Miguel's dad kept screaming about how someone must have taken his son because Miguel would never do this. By noon, the tournament was over, and we lost by exactly the points Miguel would have earned. His car was still in the parking lot with his keys under the seat where he always hid them, and that's when everyone realized Miguel chose to disappear. 3 months later, Miguel walked into my work and I stepped back because he looked like a completely different person, healthy and normal for the first time in years. Then he rolled up his sleeves to show me his arms covered in track marks and told me his dad had been injecting him since freshman year. It started with vitamins, he said, but his dad kept escalating to testosterone and HGH, and by senior year, it was substances Miguel couldn't even pronounce. When Miguel tried to refuse, his dad would pin him down on their bathroom floor and inject him anyway while calling him weak and ungrateful. The blood I saw him coughing up was pieces of his stomach lining coming apart, and his kidneys were so damaged his pee looked like coffee. During practice, his heart would stop beating for seconds at a time, and he'd have to grab the wall to stay standing while everyone thought he was just catching his breath. The night before finals changed everything, because his dad laid out 3 syringes on the bathroom counter, and Miguel recognized one from a news story about a boxer who died after taking it. His dad saw him reading the label and said, "Champions make sacrifices," then told Miguel to stop being dramatic. At 4 in the morning, Miguel walked out for his run, but went straight to the bus station and rode 8 hours to his cousin's house where he hid for 3 months. His dad told everyone Miguel had a breakdown to save his reputation, and the college pulled the scholarship. Miguel only came back after he turned 18, and his dad couldn't touch him anymore. Walking away saved his life.